Welcome back to Cougs Chaos, ladies and gentlemen. Man, it feels weird to say that. I am your co-host Logan Prowse, and I'm here with
Jack Zimmerman.
Man, it has been a while.
It has been.
If we're going to be honest, since our last episode, but we have good reason. It is because we were good collegiate students, and college is harder than we thought, and especially the finals. So yeah, we apologize for the big break, but it was mainly because of our college, and college is first. That's at least what my parents told me.
Of course.
But so yeah, we were doing finals, and now we are all out of college, or not college.
Yeah, we
sorry.
graduated.
Yeah, we graduated 1 year and done. We are all done with our freshman year, so it's our summer now. So you can expect to have a lot more episodes. We're hoping
Finally.
I guess this is technically the start of season 3. We're hoping to upload on Wednesdays now. So yeah. And one of the biggest changes you're going to see in this new season is, in the past, we've had a lot of segment orientated episodes, which granted are fun and everything. But we're going to try to cut down on that. And we're going to try to just have one segment or one game per episode, and just have a lot of Coug talk. And yeah.
Yeah. It's nice to be back, but like you said, it's definitely weird. There's a long break. Definitely,
Yep.
I think it was longer than we had anticipated, but it just got so busy finishing up the year. So
Yeah, I know I can at least speak for me. It was like, okay, I have this stuff to do this week, and then once I got it turned in, I was like, oh shoot, I have to start working on the stuff for next week now. And
yeah,
it was just kind of an endless cycle. But I'm glad we're done now. It's our summer.
finally.
So I say we just jump into Cougs talk right away. And I think the biggest thing is just our freshman year. Our freshman year is over.
It is.
It was a weird one. It was
Very.
It was because of COVID. We were all online and we were all remote. So now looking back on it, Jack, how do you think it was?
You know, throughout the year, we have complained a lot about our freshman year. But I got to be honest, looking back, I think it could have been a lot worse. You know, I think it ended up being pretty good. I think the quality of education for being all online was pretty good. Definitely lacking the personal part of getting one-on-one help with teachers. I mean, there were still office hours and stuff, but definitely lacking that.
Those?
No, I never did.
I never did. Yeah.
I was just trying to say that to make it sound like I did, but no, I didn't.
For the nerds in the audience.
And then you miss out on meeting classmates and getting together and all that, making friends. But in terms of education, I think it was a pretty good freshman year. But I am excited to get on campus, and I really hope next year is in-person classes and all that.
I think, didn't they announce that they're in person?
Oh, I don't know if they did.
I think they did. But I do know that's the other thing that they came out between the last time we uploaded is they said if you have a vaccine, or they're going to be requiring vaccines for events like football games and concerts, I think.
Yeah.
So you have to show proof. Yeah, I don't know if they're gonna require that you have a vaccine to be on campus or in classrooms, but I think it's for football games and that stuff, like I said. But one exciting thing that happened too is we did it happen before last?
I don't know what you're talking about.
We got a roommate.
Oh, you gave literally no context.
I know.
You're like,
that was bad.
Something happened, and then you asked me when. It's like, I don't know. That was after, I think.
Okay, yeah. So we have officially gotten our third roommate. And we've gotten our apartment. So yeah, that's super exciting. I'm just looking forward to being able to be on campus and be over there and meet new people and all that stuff. Just because we got such little of it this year.
We got none of it.
I don't know about you. I was just hitting people up in the Zoom DMs. Hey, you want to go in a breakout room?
Yeah, did that work for you at all?
No, not at all. Yeah,
not at all. I mean, I had a few group chats on Snapchat and stuff of group projects, so we talked a little bit It's like it's not. I wouldn't say friends because we don't talk outside of that. But
Yeah, no.
yeah, man, I'm excited to get to campus, have our apartment, meet people. I'm excited to actually like meet our roommate for the first time.
I know it's kind of weird. Like usually you go and you like talk to him in person and everything and meet him a few times and see him around campus, but we have never met this guy in real life. Could be a serial killer. We don't know.
I mean, he seems
we,
like a nice guy. So
yeah,
if he is a
yeah.
serial killer, like good for him because he's hiding it really well.
He's doing a good job. Like I would be honored to get killed by him.
Yeah, no, seriously. I mean, he's a nice guy. So I'm super excited to meet with him. I think I think us three gonna get along well, and it's gonna be really fun.
Yeah. Yeah. Before that, do you have any summer plans?
Summer plans. Yeah, so yeah, I have a plan coming up Monday.
Ooh.
Not to, date drop this episode or anything. Coming up on a unknown Monday.
Unknown Monday. Yeah, next Monday. Next Monday.
I am flying out to California, going to San Diego with my girlfriend and her mom, her sister, and her mom's boyfriend.
Wow.
We're going down there because my girlfriend's family they used to be neighbors and they're friends with the Nordstrom family. And so,
okay,
yeah. So they have like a really nice house down there in San Diego, and we're gonna go stay there for free and just hang out. So
that's weird.
That's gonna be fun.
I know my grandpa. I think it was my grandpa and my grandma used to be like close with the Nordstrom like high ups when they were in Seattle too. So
yeah, no, they were neighbors with Bruce and Jeannie, who are like Bruce is really, they're old now. But Bruce is the guy who inherited the company and took it from a shoe store to what it is now.
I think they might have known him, but
I'm sure. No, I mean probably they're an old time Seattle family.
Yeah, I think they were. I don't know. I'm gonna sound stupid if they didn't.
They're gonna text you later and be like, Logan, you have no idea what you're talking about.
No, I'm pretty sure. Yeah, I don't. It sounds familiar. I don't know. I don't want to speak outside my boundaries.
But yeah, so that's coming up soon. Super excited. I've never been to San Diego, but it's gonna be beautiful. And other than that,
how do you know it's gonna be beautiful if you've never been?
San Diego, man? You always hear about how they're like year-round gorgeous weather.
I honestly have never heard that.
Really?
I've heard Los Angeles is, but
yeah, but San Diego. Okay, San Diego is like a little more south.
I know where San Diego is. We've already had this conversation.
You thought it was a state. So
I know, but I've never heard like San Diego, the Sunshine City or whatever.
Well, I've
year-round city.
I've actually heard mixed reviews. I've heard some people like it down there, and I like my sister went to tour a college there, which she ended up not going to, but she just didn't really like the vibes. But I'm hoping that staying in the Nordstrom mansion is going to be a nice way to experience San Diego for the first time.
That would probably be a good one.
Yeah, but I think that's the only thing I have like really like
the entire summer is just
well because I had a trip that I just got back from, but I was going to talk about that a little bit later.
Oh, sorry.
You got any summer plans?
Nope. No. Not really.
Oh, so you're being like, oh, that's your one plan, and you have zero.
I mean, I don't know. I think we're doing like small trips here and there. Like we've got a cousin's graduation coming up, and
oh, nice.
Like we're moving my brother out of Pullman, so we'll go to Pullman. And I think I'm just working a bunch during the summer, but yeah, nothing. Good. No like big plans. August is coming up sooner than I thought. Like it's almost here.
Yeah, it's fast.
Which is
that school year went by quick.
Yeah, it did.
Like it. I mean, and also, Wazoo gets out so early, being out in the first week of May, which is really nice. But it just shows up out of nowhere.
I know, and like you and I have never experienced that being out so early.
Yeah,
it's pretty cool.
It's a cool feeling. I mean, I got out my last final, I think was like May 4th, and I was just done. It's like that's so early.
Yeah, I was done May 3rd, and it was like midweek, and I'm like,
yeah, and it's like, what do I do now? It almost felt like fake, like even after I finished my last final, I was like checking to make sure I didn't miss anything, or I was like,
exactly.
Am I supposed to still be in school?
Like. The last week, I'm like, do you want me to come to a Zoom call? Like,
yeah, like,
am I supposed to do this?
Am I supposed to be here? But
No,
yeah,
it was
I ended up pretty good, doing pretty well
yeah. Um, yeah, no, that's I don't have any summer plans. That's kind of boring. I'm just here.
this year.
Um, yeah. Okay, speaking of nothing and just a terrible transition,
Nice.
um, we probably should inform people what we've been up to the break because what we say our last episode was like March something.
It was late March.
Yeah, so like 2 months or something like that. What
Almost,
have you
yeah.
been up to, Jack? What's been the most exciting thing?
Well, like we said, of course, I was just doing a lot of schoolwork. But
So nothing exciting.
well, no, so like I said just a little bit ago, I just got back from a trip to New Orleans because my sister graduated actually today um
Wow.
with her master's degree from Tulane University. So
Mm.
we went down there. Sadly, what happened was they ended up pushing back her graduation by a week after we like booked the visit. So I ended up coming, we came home before she graduated, so I wasn't gonna be there, but she had limited invitation, so I wouldn't have gone anyways.
Oh, gotcha.
But we just went out there. I think I was there for 4 days. We hung out. And it was me, both my sisters, my parents, my stepdad, and the sisters' boyfriends were all there.
Oh, nice.
So, and my family, especially ever since my sisters moved away, we don't like all spend time together like ever.
Yeah.
And neither of my sisters, one of them didn't come home over the summer because of COVID, and the other one did, but very briefly. So
Hmm.
it had been well over a year since the three siblings, me and my two sisters, had been together all at the same time.
Hmm.
So that was a lot of fun. It was a great trip. The weather down there was actually really nice. It was like in the
Better
mid
than San
70s and
Diego.
sunny. Yeah. Well, hotter than San Diego. Usually New Orleans is supposed to be super humid, but we had like a really nice week of low humidity. It was a great weather week.
Hmm.
But other than that, that's been about it. I mean, I had the
Yeah.
one trip, but I was finishing up school. I left for that trip like 3 days after I finished school. So how about you?
Yeah, not a whole lot. Like March. Oh. I don't know. I don't see. It's been so long. I don't remember if I told this story, but way back in March, I was skiing up at Crystal,
We did
and
talk about seeing, but I don't know if we've said
did
the
I talk
story.
about how a lady thought I was a woman?
You did not.
Oh yeah, this is a good one. So I was skiing by myself. Snowboarding by myself. Sorry,
All right.
and so it was a 6-person chairlift, right?
Yeah.
And with COVID, you're supposed to have 2 seats in between people.
Mm-hmm.
So I was in the singles line on the right side, and from the left side, there was no one on the mountain. And from the left side, there was 3 girls, like I think like a granddaughter, a daughter, and a mom.
Mm-hmm.
Right. So it was a grandma, and the grandma was closest to me. And uh they
You
come
got
down the
this.
thing. I know this. It was a long time ago. They come down the thing, and I'm like, oh, there are 3 people. I was like, oh, do you? I was like, I should join them. Like, be conservative and not conservative. What's the word? Like,
Just continue. Keep
I
going.
I
You're
know I'm
doing
trying.
great.
Yeah, you know what I'm saying. Like,
We
be
got
efficient.
you.
Efficient. That's what I was
There we
trying to say.
go.
Be efficient.
Conservative. Yeah.
Um, and I was like, I'll be efficient. And so I went up, and I had music playing, so I couldn't really hear him too well. And so I went up to him, and normally when you say like, "Oh, do you mind if I jump on with you?" They're like, "Oh yeah, no problem. Come on." And I said, "Do you mind if I jump on with you?" And the grandma turns to me, she goes, "Oh no, this is a girls' trip only." And I was kind of like, huh, like kind of thrown back because like normally people just say yes. And then she turns to me and she goes, "Are you a girl? Are you a girl? You're a girl? Are you a girl?" And like I had headphones in, so I couldn't really hear what she was saying, and they went off. And then I'm just kind of standing there, and I'm like, did she just call? Did she just ask if I was a girl? Like I am dressed in the most non-feminine stuff. Like I'm in a long sweatshirt. Like I don't. my hair's not exposed or anything.
I was gonna say if all your hair was flowing out, then
No, like my hair was tucked in and I look like a guy. And the fact, and this gets me every time, the fact that I go up to her and in a man's voice say, "Hey, do you mind if I jump on
that's
that?"
not what your
And then
voice sounds like.
she goes, "Are you a woman?" And then I'm just kind of standing there and I'm like,
But
"What are you talking
to
about?"
be fair, when you're on the mountain and people are like decked out in their snow gear, sometimes you can't tell.
But I feel like for the most part you can.
Okay, well,
Like,
if someone came up to me and I heard their voice, then I would know. But I went up there multiple times over the season, and sometimes you just have no idea because everyone kind of looks and are built the same way in the big baggy clothing.
but what, it's still weird that she's like, "No, this is a girls trip only." And
Yeah,
I'm
I don't
like,
know. I mean, I don't see what the issue would be if just a random guy rode the chairlift
I
up.
was gonna say a 19-year-old kid rode the chairlift on the right. All I'm gonna do is eat my Skittles and listen to music on the chairlift, and you guys can talk about whatever you want. I just want to try to get up the mountain faster. But it
Yeah.
was so dang funny. I'm just standing there, and I was kind of dumbfounded. Like a few chairs went off, and I was just sitting there, like, did she just ask if I was a woman? So that was probably the most exciting thing that happened to me through the break. But yeah, it was.
Well, very exciting.
Yeah, and I think, yeah, it was. I think we took too long of a break between the episodes.
It was too long. The
But
problem is we kind of just like we got so busy with school, and then I took that trip, and it was kind of just like we kind of forgot to come back and get started again.
and we've, I don't know if we said this before. I think we have, but we kind of write scripts for every episode, like what we're like Cougs talk, and then the segments and everything, and what like I stories that we have, and it's hard to write that. Like,
It's
this isn't.
definitely more
I'm not trying to have
challenging than
like
I
a
expected.
pity party or anything, right? But like, it's hard. Like, you would think that your lives are more interesting than they are, but no. Like, when you are forced to sit down and write like cool stuff about it, it's like, I have the most boring life ever.
When we like first came up with the podcast idea, I was like, "Oh, this can be so easy."
Like, we have
We,
so many stories.
yeah,
Like,
no, and I thought writing episodes would be so easy. And at the beginning, it kind of was because we did like a bunch of
and
segments
everything was new.
and they were all new. So we were just like going crazy. And then once we started trying to figure out how to like talk more about our lives, we were like, we don't do anything.
Like, and then you're like, "Oh, do I have a story about this?" Nope, don't have a story
And
about
to be
that.
fair, like once we get to Pullman and like on campus, we'll meet people, we'll go to football games, like parties, like we'll have stories and things to talk about.
Mhm.
But doing an entire year of school from my bedroom, it's like, what do I have to talk
Yeah.
about?
And it's like, yeah, it's
It's
rough.
way more challenging. Logan and I will hop on a Zoom call and we'll start like writing the episode and we'll like write the title and then we'll just sit there and be like, okay, now what?
And then, yeah, and then for like at least like 2 minutes, there's just a silent streak of no one says anything, and then one of us just goes, "Ugh, I hate this."
Hey man, here we are.
Yeah, hey, we're here, we're back, we're hoping to have more. We're gonna have more guests. I'm hoping
Hopefully.
it'll be good. But I,
But
like you
I
said,
like our new setup. I like the like one segment or game an episode. I
Mhm.
think it's going to be a great balance.
Speaking of that, that's a great transition, Jack, into
Ooh,
our one and only segment for the
there we
episode.
go.
We're gonna do another kind of react to crazy news stories. So Jack and I have both picked a news story that we're just gonna both react to. I haven't seen Jack. Jack hasn't seen mine. Why don't you pull up yours first,
You want me
Jack?
to go first?
Yes.
All right. Well, I have it here on another monitor, not to brag or anything.
Wow, two monitors.
All right. So mine, obviously, kind of bringing back from an OG segment we had. I went with a Florida news article.
Wasn't that with my brother, my dad?
It
Wasn't
was.
that? Yeah,
It
that's
was.
right.
I mean, it's just you can't go wrong with some Florida
No,
news. Like,
Florida man, yeah.
yeah. And this
Especially
one,
COVID regulations are lifting. They've been in the house they've been in the swamp for how many days? They're
yeah.
trying to get
And
out. They're
and
trying
this is
to.
actually recent. This is from May 14th,
Oh,
2021.
wow. All right. All
Like,
right. Let's hear it.
yeah. Just like literally a week ago. I'll read the
The title.
headline and then I'll give you a
Okay.
little context.
Okay.
The headline reads, "Meanwhile, in Florida, man arrested after stealing 2 police cruisers in wild car chase." And then in parentheses, it says, "If you love what you do, you'll never have to lease a car."
Okay, time out. Okay, well, let's break this into two. So the first part is he steals 2 cop cars. Was it at the same time? Like, did he hitch them together and he's just
One at a
driving one?
time. One at a time.
Okay, so he drove one. I'm assuming then you have to crash one of them.
So what happened was, and this is so Florida, he was in a car chase, and he's in a stolen police cruiser. And the common police maneuver.
He first into the police cruiser and then got in the chase?
Yeah. He stole the police I mean, I don't know what happened before he stole. Like, obviously they were already there to get him. I think he stole a car. I don't know. He stole a police cruiser. He's in a car chase. And then the common police maneuver of pitting a vehicle, which for anyone who doesn't know, the car, this is like the criminal and this is a cop car. They'll come and hit them and then they'll spin out.
The back tires.
The back, yeah, and they'll spin out. So that happens.
Or you could pull a Dom Toretto, throw that thing in reverse.
That's true. Or you could just like jump not interrupt.
Over. Oh, sorry. I was adding. I'm sorry. I just, you know how the brain works. You just come up with an idea. You got to say it.
He gets pitted.
Pineapple. What? Sorry.
All right.
It just happens. You got to respect the process.
All right. So he gets pitted out of the first police cruiser.
Yep.
He gets out of the car. The cops get out of the car. And then somehow they either chase him around or something. And he gets in a different police cruiser and takes off again.
And then what is the second? It says if you love what you do, you'll never have to lease a car.
Yeah. It's in parentheses at the bottom of the headline.
If you love what you do, you'll never.
Maybe he's just like
maybe he loves to steal cars.
Yeah, I think he doesn't have to lease
it.
I think he steals a lot of cars.
Hey, that's a good saying.
It works.
We're gonna be honest.
Except for he was arrested, so it didn't work. But it works
he
until
didn't
it
lease
doesn't.
the car. He didn't.
It works until it. Yeah, he didn't spend any money on getting a car.
That's all right.
That's my article.
That's a classic Florida man. All right, mine is a viral TikTok that went off.
Of course.
So the title is "Teenager Accidentally Moves into Retirement Village After Skipping Flat Viewing."
Okay.
So to give a little context, this 19-year-old girl I believe she's a nurse or something at a retirement home.
Okay.
And she leased this apartment and, she's living there a little bit. And then she kind of finds it odd that like all of her neighbors are like 65 and older and they like everybody's asleep by like, I don't know what time, like 7 or whatever, pretty early. Like everybody's, and she finally like takes a back road to her home. And there's one of those plaques that says like senior apartments or senior garden apartments or something like welcome to the senior village. And so yeah, she thought it was quite funny because she just had zero idea. She thought she was just living in a normal apartment. She just had some old neighbors, and now that she knows that she's in this village, she's noticed that every single one of her neighbors is above 65. But she's had quite a good view on it. She says that like there are some perks because most of my neighbors are asleep by the time I get home. One of the major perks is that I can play music whenever I want to because some of them can't hear. And she says another good thing is after coming home after a long day, everybody asks how she's doing.
Oh, that's sweet.
So it's like a bunch of like grandpas and grandmas like out there. Oh, sweetie, how was your day?
My one question is whoever rented her the apartment, how did they not vet her for her age?
You've got to know the renter's age, right? It's got to be on like
it's on the application.
Yeah. And do not say like, hey, just heads up, you do know that this is like a
They didn't
senior
clarify
apartment.
anything. They just let her move in, didn't tell her anything.
They're like, yeah, here's your stuff. Here's your mandatory hearing aids and oxygen mask
That's
that
pretty
come with the
funny.
apartment.
That's pretty
And
funny.
I bet it would kind of be cool to live there
I
though.
think it would be.
Cause like you don't have like any of these like mid-50 snobby neighbors who are like, oh, keep the noise down. Like they're all like probably can't hear and probably mostly are in a good attitude, like, oh yeah, live your life, throw a party, do this, do
Yeah,
whatever.
maybe. It depends. Some old people can be a little bit of a handful, but it sounds like she got some good ones.
Yeah, but I think that's so funny how she just had zero idea. Oh, my neighbors are just old, and then she's living in this senior apartments.
Yeah, I'm surprised, like I said, that whoever rented her the apartment like didn't
Let's just
tell
hope
her.
that our apartment. I think I did enough research.
You
I
I mean,
toured him, and it's in Pullman. I don't know how many senior village.
it said senior living, but I thought it was college seniors. And it's like a bunch
Yeah,
of
hey,
70-year-olds.
we're partnering with the seniors. Nope, senior citizens.
That would be very interesting.
That would, yeah. I think we're in the clear though. I think we're good.
I have a feeling we are.
Yeah. All right. Well, I think that's it for this episode. Jack, do you have anything to add?
No, I think that was a pretty good episode. We
Yeah.
came back, season
Welcome.
3's here.
Yeah, welcome back to season 3. We already have a few episodes lined up, so no more like just long gaps and stuff. And that's what we were saying last season is we kind of were very inconsistent just because of like the schoolwork, and both of us had busy schedules and trying to fit recording and writing into our busy schedules. But now
Yeah.
that summer's happening and we're both very open and not doing anything, we will
AKA lonely.
yeah, just stuck at home.
Yeah, no, we'll definitely have a more consistent schedule. And like Logan said at the beginning, we're switching it to Wednesdays.
Mhm.
So Wednesdays, like mid-morning, expect our new episodes. And if that's it, I would like to say follow us on Instagram at Cougs Chaos. Check us out on YouTube, because from the start, we've been on a bunch of different platforms for audio, but we're here, visual. Hello, YouTube. So
How you doing?
check us out, Cougs Chaos. All of our past episodes are uploaded. Only a few of them have visual because we started that a little later. But
Mhm.
here we are. Every episode from this a few episodes back and on will be visual. So you'll see us and Logan's, Coug stuff all over his wall.
Oh, wrong side.
So
Where's
yeah.
This
So
from,
yeah,
this
so
is
check us
from
out.
college
Instagram.
game day. This is when
There
they
you go.
came to college game day.
There
Little
you go.
tidbit.
And also check our website out, cougschaos.com. It has a bunch of platforms you can find us, a little more information about us and the podcast, and it has links to every YouTube video. So check us out everywhere. Cougs Chaos. That's just what we are. And you got anything else to add?
We are. Nope. Go Cougs.
Yeah, go Cougs. Thanks for watching, listening, and doing everything. Smash that like button.